Hello everybody and welcome to another video. In this video I am going to be doing a tutorial on some of these planes that I have designed. Now this is going to be the start of a new kind of tutorial series because I have built all these amazing planes in this world. Some of them are Lord Dakrs, like this one right behind me, and Concorde over there, you can see with the blue, and but I have designed all of the rest of them, and I think I wanted to show you, because I wanted to show you some of these amazing planes that I have done. So today we are going to be learning how to build the BAe Jetstream 31. It is quite a small plane. I can't remember how many seats, but I've got a little bit of information here. It was 386 built. And it entered service in 1982, the first entered service. And inside there's 4 rows of seats, so there's 8 seats in here. There isn't very many seats in this anyway, and it's kind of like a city hopper. Like when I live in the UK, it would be like you fly from Manchester to Newcastle, for example, which isn't too far apart. But there's probably not going to be much demand for passengers to fly that route. So we are going to be needing, for this build, and let me just organise my inventory, we will need black wool, a button, nether brick fence, a piece of white wool, a quartz slab, let me just get the rest. Block of iron, if I can find it. Yeah, that was it. A spruce fence and gates, and I'm just trying to have a look. And I think you'll need stairs. Yes, you will also need some quartz stairs. If I can actually find them, there we are. And there is a few other things that you'll need, but there's only a few of them, and these are just the main materials that you'll need for this build. So without further ado, I'll just check what I need to show you first, and then I will get back to you. Right, so I'm just going to come over here and try and build somewhere where the wings shouldn't be touching. I should think this will be far enough. Yeah, it'll be fine. So I'm actually just going to try and line this up, so if I need to do any corrections or anything, then I can do so. So what you're going to do, you're going to place down, hang on, let me check, yep, you're going to place down a black piece of wool here and put some buttons on it. Then you're going to grab your nether brick fence and you're going to place one on top of it and one back. Then you're going to count back 6 blocks with any block, or sometimes I don't, with Lord Dakr's builds, but when I'm counting, I don't actually place down, but for the purpose of the video and purposes of your benefit, I am actually going to, because you'll find it easier. So I've run out of swiftness, but never mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like so, and then you're going to put 2 either side, and then you're going to place 2 pieces of black wool like this and bring them up 1, and then you're going to put your button on it. And I really need swiftness, I feel so slow. Without it. So that put your buttons on here, and build this up, and we can get rid of this. We don't actually need it anymore. So that is it. I think I will actually just check the wheels. I think that is about what I need to do. So if not, I'll show you the rest of the wheels. But this was layer number 1 and 2. Right, it turns out that I did actually do that right, so that's good. So on this layer you are going to now, this is layer number 3 I believe, yeah. You're going to place 1 wall on top of the in line with the front wheel, and then you're going to place, well, it's not there yet, you're going to place 1 both sides, and then you're going to count forwards by 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It may seem a little bit long, but this is going to turn out into this nose. Right now we're doing this, which is why it is actually so long. So you are now going to go back by 2, like so, and now I'm just going to check it because we're now going to do part of the underneath of the wings. So for the wings, you will only need to build across like this, just to make it easier, and you will come out 3, like so. I'll do it on both sides because it's pretty easy. Then now you're going to add another 3, 3 like that onto the back of here, and it should sit right on top of these wheels. So if you just build across like this and just fill in the middle, that will be it for the wings. And now we can start building the underneath of the underbelly. Sorry, I am kind of a little bit inexperienced with these tutorials, so we will start building that. So for the back, all you're going to do is, if you come 3 and another 3 off this back in line with the front, and then place 2 on the back, and that is it. And we will start placing the slabs down. Okay, so for the slabs, you are going to go and place 1 on the front, and you're going to place 4 in this gap here, and I'm actually just going to swap out one of these for swiftness, so this can get done quicker. Same on the other side. And now you're going to place 1 slab in this corner right here, and then you're going to place 3 on the edge of the wing, but not the back part. So the kind of like the front 3 blocks of this. Then you're going to place. Hang on, let me just go check. I'll be back in a second. Yep, it was what I thought it was. You're going to place 1 slab here, 1 slab here, and 2 on the end. Same there. Now that is it for layer number 3, and we will get on to the next layer. Okay, so for layer number 4, so you are going to grab your white wall, and you're going to place it on top. You're going to go 2 back, and you're going to place it on the block, on the 3rd block. You're going to come 1 out, and then you're going to go back by 7, I believe. Let me just have a quick peek. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it's only 6. So, including these blocks, you're just going to add 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me just check those. 6. Yep, that's 6. And you're also, just while we're here, you're going to place a stair in there like so. Then you're going to go out. So if I do this, you're going to come out, and then you're going to count back 10. So counting this block, so we'll just add 9 on the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then just pull this across and pull this forward. And this eventually will be your cabin. And we're also going to add in these doors. So if you break out these 2 blocks, let me just grab an iron door. You will place an iron door on this slab like that. And for the windows as well, you're just going to place 1, 2, 3, like so. 1, 2, 3, and then you're just going to fill in these like that. This is kind of like the next layer as well, but just so I can get up to the height with the doors. So we will finish this front part because there is the cockpit. Sorry, because there is a few things that we also need to place on this layer. So what you're going to do, you're going to go in line with this door, and then you're going to place a stair here just to get up. And I'm just going to place these blocks here. Oh yeah, that is a 9. I thought it wasn't. So and pull them across, and you're going to leave 2 blocks, and then you're going to place these across the front. Now this will eventually be the cockpit glass will be on top of this, and if you will place a few slabs and stairs and what have you. just to kind of smooth this out a bit, because at the moment it doesn't look very good. So you just go check that and I will get back to you. So all this is going to be, also with this glass, you're going to pull these two blocks back like so, and then you are going to do, I have completely forgotten, let me check yet again, and we also need to do the slab soon after we finish this leg, so I've got to do them for the last one. So for this, you because the glass is going to cover up these blocks, you're going to have 3 blocks across here and 1 here, and then you're going to have 3 slabs like so. I'm not going to do the glass yet, I will do the glass afterwards, but this is pretty much the nose done, I believe. So let me just, I will do the back, and I will find where some of the slabs go for these 2 layers. But I actually believe, without checking, that there's 1 in here, because this actually looks like that. There'll be 1 slab in there, just underneath that. And I will build up the back, and I will do the wings. So for this part here, you are going to add 3 blocks onto the back of this window, so this makes it 4 blocks long. And you're also, I believe, you're going to fill this across just to make it actually look good, if you know what I mean, aesthetically, so you can't actually see through the floor. So you're going to come across here, and you're underneath this kind of, I don't know what to call it, I can't find the words, I'm too concentrated on this, I guess. But underneath what we've just built, this platform, there we are. You're going to add 2 under here, and also on top of that slab, and you're going to add 1 on the end. And then you're going to add a slab in here, a slab in here, 1 slab on these parts, and 2 on the end. So I will just build the second part, and then we'll do the wings. So you are now going to come and add 3 blocks to these, so you can kind of fill up the middle because there isn't really anything there, and then you're going to add 5 blocks onto the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just going to create that this back part. What we've done here is just this. This is the 5 that I've just done. So that's what will happen there. And now you're going to add these slabs. You're going to have one there, 1 there, and a stair right on the back. And I just want to take some more swiftness because I've got only 1 minute of it left, like that. And we will finally get on the wings after I've checked this. So yep, that is definitely it for the back now. We can finally get onto the wings. So what you're going to do is you're going to create a 4x4 kind of block, square thing for the wings. This will eventually be part of it. It may look weird now, but we're going to add some sort of things. This block here is actually for the engine, so that is what that part is. Now you're going to create a 4x3 kind of block, so you're going to go 3 across here, and then you're going to go 4, so we just have 3 on there, come 2 across here, and 2 across the back, and these 2 in the middle. And I will do the same on the other side. I was about to cut then, but I just saw that I hadn't done that, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 2 across here, 3 across there, 3 in the middle. So now you're going to come back again, and you're going to add a kind of 3x3 square now on the wings, and you're also going to add 2 blocks behind that. So it's the same on the other side. I might as well add the 2 blocks first, and then 3 blocks like that. Now I think we've only got 1 more little bit on the wings, and then that's them done. The main part of the wings done, and then I'll put the slabs on the back and put the engines on. So for the end, it is just 2x2, and then just 1 on the end like that. So 4 and 1. So for the slabs, all you need to do is just pull them at the top layer on this bit and on the bottom layer of this bit. Makes it kind of look realistic, if you can see on here. because these ones would be the ones that make the plane turn, and these will be the ones that they extend for takeoff and landing, give the plane more lift. So that's how those work. We fill this in and that in like so, and now we will get onto the propellers. So what you're going to do for the engines, you are going to come where I said that this block earlier was actually for the engines. You're going to add 2 blocks of white wool on the back of that, top of that rather, and you're going to add 3 white wool blocks here, and you're going to add a block on the end. So, and then if I grab my iron block, you're going to add a block of iron and put a button on that, and then you're going to put, if I can actually grab it, some propellers, and they are 2 long, so you're going to have spruce fence gates for the vertical bits, and then if I just build out some blocks here and here, these are going to be the propellers, because if it was fences it wouldn't look completely right. There would be the fences like kind of the bottom part sticking out, wouldn't really look realistic, so the propellers just make it just give it more of a nice look, if you know what I mean. So we'll do the same on the other side, so 2 here at the top, 1 on the front and 3 underneath, and then grab the iron block, and I've just seen that my button is in my inventory, back of my inventory, and do it on the front, and 2 spruce fences on the bottom and on the top, and 2 on the side, 2 on this side, and the fence gates like so. And now that's the front bit of the engines, and now we can the propellers rather, and we will do the back bit. So for the back of the propellers, I was off for words here, sorry about that. So you're going to add a quartz stair, and you're going to add a quartz slab. Then you're actually going to break this slab here, and you're going to add a piece of black wool, and you can have a button on the back of that. And then underneath you're going to have a slab under the black wool, and a stair on the back of that, the right way up, like that, upside down. And also I believe there is a stair under here. I'm just gonna check that. No, I've actually just found out that it is actually a slab underneath here and a slab on the top. I forgot to do the slabs on that. So that is what the propeller is. I will just go on the other side and show you how that is done as well. So a slab, a stair rather, and a slab. Break the slab, put your piece of black wool and your button, and then put your slab underneath there, and put your stair underneath there, and put your slabs underneath of the front and on the top of the front. And that's it for the engines. So so that bit is actually finished, and we will start building up the next layer, which is layer number 4, 6. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we'll start building up layer number 6. So for the start of layer number 6, you're going to have 3 pieces of black stained glass on the side there. In Pocket Edition, I believe you can't actually get that yet, black stained glass. So you can just use normal glass. It will look absolutely fine. I used to use that until Xbox updated and gave you black stained glass. Just it gets it a little bit cooler, but it is still fine without it. Now you're going to add some blocks on the back of the glass, just to cover it all up. So you're going to have 15 blocks behind here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. It should just come one over this slab on the last layer. Let's pull it over, there's no need to count here. And also what you can do, you can build this up like this, and you can just put an iron door in here, or a wooden door, or any type of door you like. I like using an iron door because in actual cockpits in the real world, to stop like terrorists and hijackers coming in the cockpit. They have an iron door, and I suggest either putting it on this side or that side, putting a button or a lever, and I accidentally just broke half of the cockpit. So button or lever, I'll let you use a button, like put it on that side, and your iron door like that. And for the back, you are going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, like so. And now we will put in the slabs for this layer. So for the slabs, you're going to have 3 across the front on top of the glass, and you're going to have this pulled all the way back, 1 from the end, and then you're going to have 3 slabs here, and actually none on the back, because this is the end where it actually starts to round off on the back. So if I pull the slabs back here, and I think I've forgotten something. I think no, there isn't. I was kind of going a bit crazy. I thought there was a slab there, but there isn't, because this is actually where that starts to round off as well. So if you want, I would probably recommend it. You probably want to fill this up, unless you want kind of like a toilet back here, but I would fill it up anyway, and then you can just dig out where you want the toilet, so you don't have to fill it all in later. So I dig it out about here, and I put mine in. So if I just clog that back up, now we will get on to the next layer, and I just realised that this was actually part of the next layer. Oh well. So for the next layer, you're going to have, first I want to have some swiftness. You're going to have 3 across the front again, and then you're going to have 23 on the back of this. It would actually be 24 counting this, but this is already 1, so just to make it easier, you'll have 23. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. And then you're going to have 1 block on the back like that. And if I stop placing in the wrong place, I can place the rest of this. And then this is your this is actually going to be your roof, so you can just fill in the middle, unless you want an open roof on your airplane. I doubt you will, so just fill that in. Now we're just going to get onto the slabs for this layer. So what we're going to do, we're going to start building up the rudder as well. So with this, so we're going to have 12. Hang on, let me just check. I've completely forgotten already. Yep, it was 12. You're going to have 12 slabs here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then you're going to have a quartz stair facing this way, and this will be the rudder will start to curve up here. So let me just find out how that works, and I will build it for you. So I'm actually going to kind of build this in layers. So with your the rudder in layers. So with your white wall, you're going to have 10 blocks behind this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I actually forgot that there is a slab on the back of here, like this, and there's a slab down here, and there's also some slabs down here, I believe, if I have a look. Yep, it's these. So it's going to go 1 from the back, and it's going to come 1 from the first block. So you're going to come up to here, so it's in line with this block that doesn't have a slab on, and you're going to pull this back 1 from the end, so it lines up like that. So then you're going to have 2 slabs on top of here. Then you're going to have 7 blocks of wool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then you're going to have a slab, a stair, and 4 blocks of wool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you're going to have another stair, and you're going to have another 4, but this one's going to be pushed over the back. And you're just going to have stair here, 3 blocks, and then you're going to have 2 blocks and put another stair there. So that's it for the rudder. You will also want to know how to do the actual tailplane, so I will get onto that as well. So for this you're going to count down 2 blocks from the top, so 1, 2, and then you're going to come on the top of the 3rd block down, and you're going to place 3 slabs. Then you're going to place another 3 slabs, another 3 slabs, and then 2 on the end like that. So if I do it on the other side, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, which is the same twice, and 2 on the back like that. So that is it for the BAe Jetstream 31. So this is my first tutorial. That will probably get a little bit better. And I am actually going to show, this is just the exterior that's done. I will show the interior, but you don't actually have to watch this. And also I have just seen that you probably also want to put a lever above these doors, or a button or something, to just get in. I wouldn't recommend putting it on the side, although you can if you want, because if this was at an airport, if you had stairs going up to it, and you wanted like barriers on the side, if you put them on the side, then they'd be in the lever here would be in the way, or the lever there. That would be in the way of it. So I would recommend not actually not putting it there and putting it on the top. But if you're not doing that, then you can actually do that. So I'm just going to go through the interior. And so for the first bit, you can do is grab a white pressure plate. That's what I call it, an weighted pressure plate, an iron weighted pressure plate. And if you come into the cockpit, you can grab some oak wood stairs or some kind of stairs and put them down like so. Now what I do in my cockpits, I put a lever, one sideways and one up and down, if you know what I mean. So that you can. I don't really have them a specific way. I just put them like kind of any way I want. So sometimes that's the vertical one and that's horizontal one, and vice versa. So it's not always the same. So if you put, you'll actually need a way to get out of here. So if you put a weighted pressure plate there, that's your way to get out of the cockpit. Now you can also put in a map and a clock, or you can use a compass. So if I just grab that and I grab a clock like so. So you can, if you're for the first bit, if you're building this in the air, I would recommend like just keeping the wheels on until I'm done that, until you finish the exterior. Then you can delete them. So you can either, what I do, I usually place my map in this one, although you can place it in the other one. And for one of them, I usually use a clock, but you can use, I guess you can use a compass. And if you've got this in flight, that would be really cool, because if you're moving around the cockpit, you can actually see when you move around, the needle moves around on that, because it shows you where you are to your spawn point. So that's the kind of good thing about it, if you want to do that. So it would move. If this is in flight, it would actually look kind of realistic, which is a kind of benefit of that. So for this part here, the cabin, you would have, what I have stairs, one before the window. I don't have them there because then you can't really see, because we're going to add some stuff up here in a minute. Then you can't actually see out the window, so I like having it here, so if you want to have a look out the window, you can. So if you put your stairs down here, there's going to be a total of 8 seats, 4 each side, with an aisle down the middle. I guess you can do this if you wanted, but I probably recommend not doing that. But you can if you want. You would have the same amount of seats though, so it's not actually. It doesn't actually make a difference of how many seats you have. So I also just need to check a few things, and then I will get back to you. So for the rest of the interior, what you're going to do, you're going to have some quartz slabs along here. Now this is kind of like the lockers above your seat in flight, and you can like put your luggage up there. metaphorically, because you can't actually do that. That's where it would go. It just adds kind of little detail to your plane. And also you need to grab some glowstone or redstone lamps. I would probably recommend glowstone because it stays lit all the time and you don't have to have any redstone power to it. Now you're going to have a block of glowstone there in front of the door. I recommend doing this because this is the furthest it can go, where it's actually covered up by the slabs that we put on the roof, which you can see there. So I would recommend leaving one space and then putting it in like this. So leave the gap and put it in. Now for the toilet, if you decide to put this in, you don't actually have to. You can extend your seating back if you wanted, I guess. But there will be no windows back there. So you would break. Actually, no, not that much. You would break the white wall in the middle here, and then you don't have. I recommend going back probably about 3, which is what I do. Go back 3 blocks. Now put either an iron door or a normal door. I wouldn't recommend putting an iron door in because you'd have to put like another button there, but you can if you want. So you would now grab a cauldron, a bucket of water, and also a trap door, an iron trap door. And you would put water in the cauldron and then put a lever on the side and then make it so it's like open, but it would open the door, so you can just close that. So that is it for the interior as well. So this was the BAe Jetstream 31. Kind of like a small plane, sort of a commercial plane. Kind of nice. It took me forever to choose nose, by the way. So if you actually if you do this build in your world, please do credit me. So like put a sign up either in front of it or inside it saying like designed by Ibirdball and then built by yourself. Like cockpit, cabin, so kind of what the front. If you do it in the map. PMC, I think you can do that on. I haven't actually got kind of a count on that, whatever. So you can upload it as a map in an airport. I'm actually building an airport right now, which I will eventually upload in the map. And I'm not actually going to do any airlines for this. So this is like a blank canvas, so you can change some stuff out and do your own airlines, or you can even make up your own airline. So I've done it. I came up with Jet Britain, I think, which is copyrighted, by the way. You can't use it. So thank you very much for watching, and thank you for taking the time out of your day to tune into my channel and click on the video and hopefully watch its full length. You probably watched the. You might not have watched this bit. Well, of course you have watched this bit. Because you'll be listening to it now. So you didn't have to do the interior, that was just my ideas. You can if you want. So again, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video if you decide to tune into that one as well. Bye.